This video shoutouts go to Panda_Samia, That Doll Studio, and Tiny Dancer Studios for all commenting. Don't you just hate when the bottoms of your feet itch on my last post. Hey guys, welcome back to Perky Tomato, and today I have another aesthetic mini crafts video for you all. So today we're making this bed that is perfect for a G, and it is actually very simple, and also this trendy little side table or nightstand. I've seen tables like this everywhere, like on Pinterest, Instagram, and it only takes like 5 minutes to make, so if you like what you see, just keep watching. That was weird, I'm sorry. Okay, so the things you'll be needing to make this craft are foam board or cardboard, or you could do a mixture like how I'm going to, some wood scrapbook paper, or printed off wood pattern on computer paper. Keep in mind you will be needing a lot of paper. You want different types of fabric for the bedding. Here I just have some white cotton fabric, or you could use an old sheet, and I also have this other fabric. You want a craft knife, scissors, extras such as pillows, I made these in a previous video, a ruler, sewing machine or needle and thread, and hot glue. First, on my foam board piece, I marked out lines for 2 rectangles that will be 3 inches by 19 inches, then cut them out as neatly as you can, but don't worry because we'll be covering everything with paper later anyways. Okay, done with that. Now repeat to make 2 more rectangles that are 3 inches by 8 inches, and also make 2 more foam board pieces that are 9 inches by about 1 medium-sized googly eyes width. Now start covering all your pieces with scrapbook paper. The longer 2 rectangles may require 2 pieces of paper to cover the whole length of them, but yes. Also, if you're not sure how to cover the foam board with paper, check out the video in the description box or in the iCard right there. I use my quote-unquote style A mostly to cover these pieces. Alright, now all my 6 pieces of foam board are covered with paper, and I didn't cover the backs because I didn't need to, and also I had limited amounts of scrapbook paper, so yes. Anyway, now let's begin constructing this bad boy. Okay, start with 1 longer rectangle and 1 shorter rectangle, and make sure the non-covered sides are facing in, and glue them together just like this. Make sure to hold them in place while the 2 pieces dry for like 12 seconds while the hot glue dries. That makes sense, I'm sorry. Anyway, then add the second longer rectangle as shown, and lastly the other shorter rectangle. Finally, take the 2 really narrow pieces and glue them to the back of one of the shorter rectangles, just like so. Then I made 4 pieces of foam board that are about 2 inches in width and just long enough to lay across the little frame we just made. Now, I made 4, but you could make more pieces if you have enough scrapbook paper, but I unfortunately did not. Okay, so now I have officially covered these with scrapbook paper, and I'm just going to evenly space them apart on top of the frame we made, and then just glue them down. Now we have somewhere to put the mattress, which is good, and it's nice and stable. Now we're going to focus on this part. For one last thing, cut 2 rectangles of cardboard or foam board that are long enough to reach along the back side like this, and then for the width, I just eyeballed it, but anyways, just glue them on for the backboard, and yes. You can make, oh by the way, you can also make more than 2 pieces, but I didn't have enough scrapbook paper, so yeah. Now let's set this aside and start making the mattress, which is essentially just a big giant pillow. So I'm using my cotton fabric, scrap foam board, or you could use cardboard, and yes, you need this, and also some pillow fluff. So I cut 2 pieces of fabric. One is just a little bit bigger than the bed frame, and then the other is just about the same size, but it doesn't really matter because we will cut the extra fabric off later. You'll see. Alright, so I have my foam board piece, and you want it to be just a little bit smaller than the bed frame, and lay it on one of the rectangles, and then add the second rectangle, sandwiching the board inside. Now sew all the way around, leaving a very large opening on the side so that we can actually take that foam board piece out later. Okay, so off camera it's way easier to see this, but you'll be able to clearly see where you sewed, and you just want to cut the excess fabric off around the seam. Now here's the reason you need a large opening. Now you want to take that foam board piece out, flip your fabric piece inside out using the opening, just making sure to poke out the corners, and then just slip the foam board piece back in. Now I did this off camera as well, but I just added a small even amount of pillow fluff into the pillow thing we made. I just added fluff to one side of the foam board. You don't need to do the other side. Put it on. It's a perfect little mattress. The foam board keeps it so it doesn't fall in the cracks, and that it's actually more stable for your doll to lay on. And here I just hot glued that big opening shut. You could sew it, but I was in a rush, so yeah. So the fun part is just deciding how you want to decorate the bed. I added multiple little accent blankets. I made a bigger white pillow, and then I added my 4 decor pillows. Then I was deciding if this flower print one looked good, because the only color that matches on it is this pinky color to the pink blanket I have. And then I realized that the top of the bed doesn't really tie well with the base, so I replaced that white pillow with a pillow made out of that same pinky fabric. And then I was very happy with how that all tied together, and yes, that is basically it. But don't leave me quite yet. Let's quickly make that little side table. To make the side table / nightstand, start off with a circle made out of a foam board, which is 4 inches in diameter. If you want to use cardboard, you could cover it with paper first. Then I had this strip from an old poster board that is just long enough to wrap around the whole circle, and then for the width, it's just a little less than an inch. I just kind of eyeballed it. And then you want 3 wooden dowels, and I covered these with wood scrapbook paper. And then lastly, you want hot glue. So start by gluing the strip of poster board all around the foam board circle, just like so. On the bottom, I marked with a pencil 3 spots evenly apart, and this is where I'm going to glue my 3 dowels. So glue all the dowels on, making sure they are tilted outwards just slightly. Make sure to hold each one down and make sure to hold each dowel in place while it cools. This is very important. And then once you have done all that, you have yourself this adorable, trendy little side table. Alright guys, that's basically it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you make any of these crafts. I'd love to hear from you. And also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below the hidden message if you found it in the video somewhere. And yes, I will see you in my next video. Bye! Enjoy the video, watch my hair, subscribe and like the video, and most of all share this channel. I'm eating chips, by the way.